CEO ng North Luzon Railways Corporation, si Francisco Isko Moreno Dumagoso. Sa kanyang resignation letter, kay Pangulong Duterte, personal daw ang dahilan ng kanyang pagbibitiw. Ayon kay Transportation Undersecretary Cesar Chavez, hindi pa rin malinaw kung tinanggap na ng Pangulo ang resignation ni Dumagoso. Matatanda ang tumakbo at natalo bilang senador si Isko noong nakaraang eleksyon at pinapoint ng Pangulo na pamunuan ng North Rail Hulyo noong nakaraang taon. Layo ng North Rail na ayusin ang railroad system ng Metro Manila, Central Luzon at Northern Luzon.
The Office of the Ombudsman orders the immediate dismissal of Iloilo Mayor Jed Mabilog for unexplained wealth. The decision states Mabilog failed to prove that the nearly 9 million peso increase in his net worth from 2012 to 2013 was not questionable. Mabilog earlier said the increase came from his business earnings and his wife's tax returns as a comptroller in Canada. But the decision says this evidence was insufficient. Mabilog has been on leave since September. Speaking at an event in Davao City Friday, President Rodrigo Duterte said Mabilog's dismissal has long been overdue. He has named Mabilog as a narco-politician, saying he's next on the list of targeted officials.
Nasa 300,000 piso hanggang kalahating milyong pisong halaga ng ecstasy ang nabisto sa isang apartment sa Scout Lazcano sa Quezon City. Sa bisa ng search warrant, ginalugad ng mga operatiba ng PIDEA ang apartment ng isang Jerome Cheng. Arestado si Cheng at ang kasama niya sa apartment na si Phil Angelo. Todo tanggi si Cheng at sinabing planted daw ang mga gamot na nakita sa kanya. Pero giit ng PIDEA, isang buwan na nilang minamanmanan si Cheng at lagi umano itong nagbebenta ng droga, lalo na sa mga high-end bar sa Tomas Morato at sa BGC.
A kid's simple request a president couldn't resist. Mr. Rodrigo Duterte makes a video to help an 11-year-old Filipino-American with his school project. Andre Esteban is studying in Fresno, California. In a letter, Andre said he is a proud Filipino and he likes Mr. Duterte as president. He said he would like to talk about him in his class report next month. He then asked a favor for the president to send a video greeting. His mom, Almayra Grace Custodio, posted the letter on Facebook, hoping the president would reply, and he did. On Facebook, Special Assistant to the President, Bongo, posted Mr. Duterte's video greeting. Let's watch.
I would like to say hello to Mrs. Ricute and her students in Fresno Adventist Academy in California, USA, especially to you, Andre Esteban. Andre, I received your letter request and I am most happy to oblige. I am sure that you will do great report about our beloved country, the Philippines. Continue being a good son and study well.
Andre's mom thanked Mr. Duterte and also the people who helped her reach the president.
Tinanggap ni Congressman Harry Roque ang posisyon bilang bagong presidential spokesperson. Sa inilabas niyang statement, sinabi ni Roque na makatutulong ang kanyang bagong pwesto sa gobyerno para ilapit kay Pangulong Duterte ang ilang human rights issues. Bagay na limitado lang niya nagagawa bilang kongresista. Umaasa si Roque na bilang tagapagsalita ng Pangulo ay mapapayuhan niya si Pangulong Duterte kung paano dalhin ang problema sa illegal na droga. Idiniin din ni Roque na hindi niya kinukonsinti ang karahasang bumabalot sa anti-drug campaign ng gobyerno.
Passengers troop to ports and terminals to travel home for the long break. And one of the busiest terminals in Metro Manila is the Araneta Bus Terminal in Cubao, Quezon City. Our Anjo Alimario checks the situation there.
Filipinos will always make time to visit their departed loved ones, even if it would mean rushing to terminals and waiting in line to get a ride home. Esther Gaho failed to book and buy her ticket in advance, so she tried her luck to get one.
Ang bus na pabulusan, puno na, mag-antay na lang ako dito ng may nagbibinta ng ticket eh.
And it paid off, but she has to wait for 9 more hours before her bus leaves.
Oo, kahit na mag-antay ako. Kasi sabi nila sa Lunes pa, sabi ko na kung malayo, nabalit sa hindi na ako uwi, dito na lang mag-antay.
And she's just one among 6,000 passengers expected to arrive at the old and new Araneta terminals on Saturday. Many are bracing themselves for the long hours of waiting. They say it's all worth it.
Alas 10 pa yung alis ng sasakyan namin. Papuntang Samar, Sarawis.
Tsaka
para na din po sa undas, bibisita po kay lolo at lola.
For them, returning to the provinces and going to the cemetery is a family affair, a chance to get together. Araneta Bus Terminal General Manager Mon Legaspi says there are enough bus units to accommodate passengers. Transport regulators have issued special permits to almost 1,000 buses to allow more buses on the road. Security is also in place with police officers roaming around to keep travelers safe.
Travelers begin leaving the capital ahead of the All Saints and All Souls days. Aside from bus terminals, another busy transport hub is the airport. Our Makoy Popioco joins us live from the Ninoy Aquino International Airport. Makoy, what's the latest there?
Hi, Ina. It's starting to get a little busier here at NAIA Terminal 3. Since this morning, more and more passengers have been arriving here, especially this afternoon. We saw lines outside the departure area, although not that long. Overall, the movement at the check-in counters, at the departure and arrival areas has been smooth all throughout the day. And here outside, there's a slight buildup of cars bringing departing passengers, and the traffic on the road surrounding the airport remains light to moderate. Passenger Nelly Lee says her family decided to travel early for their vacation in Singapore to avoid a travel rush next week. Most of the passengers we talked to shared the same reason.
Nothing at all. Everything is really good. I just want to get in.
Are you excited to experience more of the Philippines?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I just started, so we have a whole month here.
Para madali kaming check-in.
Kumusta naman po so far ang masasabi ninyo? Smooth naman ba yung biyahe?
Smooth naman po. Mahaba yung bakasyon. So, yun na lang inano namin, yung opportunity na magkasama-sama kami.
Manila International Airport Authority General Manager Edmond Real says all 4 NAIA terminals are prepared for the arrival of passengers ahead of the long break. According to airport officials, last year, there were 36,000 passengers who traveled via this terminal alone. They're expecting the same number this year. For today and tomorrow, the same number of employees has been deployed around the airport, but more may be around on Monday depending on the need. Civil aviation officials have ordered airports to keep a no-leave policy during the entire duration of Uplan Undas. And they also set out some reminders for the public. For domestic passengers, they should be here at the airports at least 2 hours before their schedule and 3 hours ahead of schedule for
Twist in the case of slain teenager Kian de los Santos. In a speech on Thursday, Mr. Duterte said the truth will be revealed during the trial. Here's the president in his own words.
Kay Kian na estudyante. Well, you will know the truth, at least the version of the police, pag mag-umpisa na ang trial. But it will not excuse or justify killing a person whose hands are raised, ready to surrender or kneeling down, because that is really murder. Pero may twist dyan.
In an earlier interview on CNN Philippines, PNP Chief Ronald De La Rosa also revealed this, but no details were given. Police claim Kian was a drug career. He was killed in an anti-drug operation in August. Police say Kian resisted arrest and fired at them. But a security footage of the incident showing Kian being dragged by 2 men before he was killed sparked public outrage and cast doubt on the government's war on drugs.
Itinalaga bilang bagong presidential spokesperson si Kabayan Representative Harry Roque. Mismong si Pangulong Duterte ang nag-anunsyo nito kaninang madiling araw sa birthday celebration ng kongresista sa Davao City. Sa November 6 magsisimula sa kanyang trabaho bilang presidential spokesperson. Sekretary Mayging rango ni Roque, mas mataas sa undersecretary na rango ng papalitan niyang si Ernesto Abella. Hindi pa malinaw kung bakit nagtalaga ng bagong tagapagsalita ang Pangulo. Bukod sa pagiging kongresista at human rights lawyer, si Roque ang founder ng Center for International Law Manila.
To get your message clear, sabi ko, pare ko, 50. Kasi medyo malakot ang buwangan namin.
The Justice Department wraps up its investigation on the killing of Kian de los Santos. That's after 12 policemen submitted their response to the murder and torture complaint filed against them. They claimed they were not at the crime scene and should not be held liable.
Humihingi ng katarungan ang magulang ni Kian. Sinasabi nila inosente yung bata. Paano